6, 9. 8, 6, 9.
Hello there YouTube. Today we're going to go in depth with this Creality Sonic Pad, and it is ready to flash the firmware. So let me open this unit so we can just get inside of it and try to do the process together. So I already have my SD card ready, so we'll have to just plug it in and see if it's going to flash the Ender 3 S1 with the F1 mainboard in it. So we'll see if the process is easy or not, so we can determine if it's for everyone or it's pretty hard to do it. So language select, I do next. Oh, discover new version. So already we have a update for a new version, which is good. So I'll say download and see how long it's going to take. It is already configured for my network, for my Wi-Fi network, and it might take a couple of minutes, I guess. So we'll get right back into it. So it's almost finished now, 99 and 100%. And now the update is going to be applied to it. Yeah, this is a better angle so you can see what's going on. It took around 4 to 5 minutes to download it, and now I guess if you use the Ethernet cable it will be faster, but it is Wi-Fi at the moment. I'm guessing the system has now need to initialize the firmware and the software. I like this animation that they put in, really nice. This is like a fake bar because it keeps on going. So alright, we came back to the stage where it says select your language. You can only select 2 languages, which is Chinese and English. So we select English, and we have to wait 7 seconds, 6 seconds here. Yeah, and then we do next step, and now I'm in Europe near Brussels, so I do next, and it's already selected, the one that I have. So give it a name. I'll leave the name as it is, Creality Sonic Pad. Next step. So now here you can see the models that you can select, which are Ender 3 S1 STM32F401, and this is also the S1, but this is the F103. And here you have the Ender 3 S1 Pro, and then you have also S1 Pro with the other mainboard, and Ender 3 V2, Ender 3 V2 with different types of motherboards, which are strange because this is both of them. This is with CR Touch and this is without, and here you have CR Touch Ender 3 V2 version 4.2.7. So we also have the new Ender 3 V2 Neo. I think this is the one that came extra with the update. I might be wrong, so I'll go to my printer, which is the Ender 3 S1 STM32F1, which is this one. I select it and then I say next. So it says now, please insert the card reader with the SD TF card inserted into the position shown below. So I've connected it just like this, and then we say flash the memory. Has been written to the, oh, it's already done. The firmware has been written to the memory card. Please insert it into the printer. Make sure the printer is switched off when inserting it. I say alright, next. I don't think we have to do next step. Let me just try. Please power on the printer and click on next. Alright, we take this off. We take the, with one hand, the SD card out, and we plug it in here. There we go. And then I turn the printer on. This is all supposed to be like this. And then please power on the printer and click next. I'll do next. Please connect the printer to the screen of terminal. So we have to connect it through here. Well, I don't see any USB on this side, which is strange, but they do show it from here, which should be here. So I think they mean from here. So let me connect an USB cable that is in the box onto the printer, through the printer to here. So I pushed the cable in. As you can see, the provided cable, it has an adapter. You need to use this micro USB to Type-C, and then I connect it through here. And this is when I press next, this is what I get. And the firmware has been flashed successfully. Please click on next step for self-test. So it says cannot update MCU config as it's shut down. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off, because if I don't take it off, it might try to flash it again. So, and then it says use the firmware restart command and whatever. So I'll do restart. Clipper not connected, so we'll just wait. Printer is not ready. Host firmware attempting to connect. Please retry in a few moments. So we'll just wait. Sometimes it does take a while, or it didn't flash it, which is also a possibility. And why wouldn't that maybe happen? If you have this screen connected, it sometimes doesn't want to flash. So we'll just see if that is the issue. I'm going to say restart, and we'll see what's going to happen. Printer is not ready. Clippy host software is attempting to connect. Please try in a few moments. Alright, just let me see what we can do to fix this issue. So alright, what I have done is I tried to do the process one more time, and with the same SD card, and this time when I plugged it in, it gave me this. The self-test will start. Please ensure that the Creality Sonic Pad is properly connected to the printer. Please ensure that the printer's hotbed surface is clean. I'll take this off then. And the self-test process will take about 30 minutes. Oh dear. Alright then. Say next. Hot end fan is starting up. Please check if the fan is spinning properly. No. We'll just say next. Please check the hot end fan is turning properly. If it does not properly, please check the manual. Contact support. Next step. Yeah, and the parts cooling fan is turning on, so we'll say next to that. Please check if the print's cooling fan is starting properly. Yes. So now it's going to probe it. Alright. It's now homing the Z axis. Alright. Now it says tip, make sure that the hot end and nozzle are clean before leveling. Please click on the numbers in the picture on the left position to the print bed. So I pressed 1, so it's going to 1. Alright. Please adjust the bed screw. Alright, I need to do this process without, well, I can't actually hold the camera and do it, so I'll be right back. So now I pressed next. It's the next procedure that it's now doing. Probe calibration. Now we're just checking what it's going to do. So it wants to do the probing. So I say Z. Whoa. Let's go really much. I'll just say 0.5. I'll put this in here. So, and I'll go This is too much. It's also too much. Okay, 0.1. Yeah, this is, I think that's enough. I'll do 0.5 and down. Yeah, I think that's good enough. I do. So mine is 2.37 millimeters Z offset. I do next. Auto level, start calibration, temperature setup 22 to 22. I don't know what they mean with that, so I'm gonna say temperature setup. I'm gonna do the temperature of the hotbed to 60. To what? You can. I'm just gonna change it to 60. All right. Please level it later. So alright, so we just have to wait until this hotbed gets the temperature before auto leveling. Otherwise it might just be a little off when you're actually printing at 60 degrees as a hotbed temperature. So yeah, I also forgot to say, guys, I did take the screen off. Maybe that's why it was stalling and not actually seeing the firmware being ready. So keep that in mind, that you might have to take the screen off in order to get a real well, flawless firmware flash. So this takes a little while to get there, but it will eventually get to 60 degrees, I'm afraid. And then we can just do the leveling. But I'm not gonna let you guys just wait for the leveling. I'll just skip forward. So now we're at the temperature, which is 60 degrees, as you can see. So I'm going to say start calibration. The printer is going on its way to probe all the 25 points that it's showing. Once it's all probed, it will be, oh, it is pretty fast. Yeah, it is awesomely fast. This is crazy. Never seen it this fast. I don't know if it's good to have it this fast, to be honest. What's the accuracy levels if it's this fast? It's just a little bit, in my opinion, a little too fast. And you can see here that the probing sites that it's been to. That's it. I thought this was going to take around 5 minutes, and now here you can see what your bed looks like. Well, I played a little with the screw on there, so otherwise it is pretty flat. So I'm gonna say start calibration, perfection, blah blah blah. I say next. Congratulations, the printer is in perfect condition. So let's start your printing journey. I'll say start the experience. System is preparing. Dun-dun-dun. So we'll just have to wait, I'm afraid. Yeah, and we got our clipper screen. Awesome. So here you can see what all your things, it looks pretty similar to my original clipper. So I'll just try to move the axis. Please home before, and so I'll home. So far it is a pretty easy process. They kind of introduced everything inside of the program. The first initializing is kind of good. So when I'm just pressing, I don't like this clicking noise. Let me see if there is an options that I can say. Firmware network keytones. I'll say bye. Alright, this is better. So Here you can see all the information that you might need. You have also an emergency stop button, which is great. Let me say control. You can do all your settings as well here, and preheat also looks like Clipper, a little bit better in my opinion. And configuration, you can do auto leveling and everything. Next thing we're going to do is input shaping, and let me just get everything ready because you have to put something on there. While the input shaper sensor has to go in there, and other than that it's going to be connected to the system as from the sensor port, which is a different cable. I'll show you in a minute. And then once it's there we can just do the calibration. So guys, now I've printed this part that is need to be printed in order to be able to put this input shaper sensor on there. So after that's done, we have to go here. Let me see, because the lighting is a little too heavy. So we go to configure, and here we go to auto settings. Here, let me just see, advanced options. Here you have all your calibration, like hot end PID calibration, hot bed PID calibration, measuring resonances. This is what you need. So now it says how you are supposed to put it on there. Sensor status is okay, which means that the sensor is connected to your Sonic Pad, which is great, and also the connection on the hot end is also great. So everything is in working order. So now we just press start test. Now this is what's happening. It's going to home itself, I'm afraid. So here it says it's homing exactly. So I'll just try to keep it still so you can see what is going to happen. Yeah, it's now shaking from left to right. And here you can see calibration test is running. Please do not touch the printer during this test. Well, actually you don't even have to, you cannot even touch the table or push it or whatever. It just needs to get its feeling of the surface and also the printer itself. I think you can hear it. You can also do this test through your FluidPi on your PC, but I wanted to just do it on the Sonic Pad itself so we can see whether it is acceptable or not. And after that I'm going to use it on the bed so we can see, and here are some places that I can mount it to, so I'll just mount it here, or at least I'll try. It's still doing its thing. It's going very high frequencies now. Calibration, if I think finished on the hot end. We'll just get a message now, because it stopped moving. Oh, that's funny. This is really funny, and I'll tell you why. This is not on the bed, it's still here. There is a flaw in the program, as you can see. So it didn't want me to just change the sensor on the bed, so now it's moving the bed. But how the hell am I going to know that I need to take this off and put it on here? Didn't even pause it. So, and this is not the way that it should be, because yeah, this is a fault in the program. I'm afraid I'll have to contact Creality for this, but we can bypass this by doing the test actually on the Fluid Pi on your PC, and then you don't even have to, well, do this, because you can set up for the hot end and also for the print bed separately, and it gives you some time, because this is really, well, I am afraid some people have done it this way. I hope not, because then you do have your hot end resonances, but you don't have your bed resonances, because it's still on the hot end. I mean, I didn't give me any, it didn't pop up anything, it's just still doing the calibration tuning. So really strange. Well, we are here to test these out, so that some people that have no idea what they're doing, just, you know, it's just a ready package, and you know, you just follow what the instructions that's on the screen. But this way, someone who doesn't know would have done it wrong, because you would have get it, as I said, on your hot end but not on your print bed, because that's different. This side it's moving, and the other one is, well, y-axis, and the x-axis this way. So, and now it's sleeping. Oh, all right, it's back, and it still says calibration is running. So I'll just let this happen, and then I'll do it on my PC, so that I change it, because I need to do it again for this one. So yeah, minus 10 points for Creality for doing this flaw, because it's a pretty big flaw. Because if you put a sensor in there, then you make sure that, you know, someone who doesn't know would understand that you have to change this to here. But if you do it through your Sonic Pad, it doesn't even give you the option. And here it says the test has been completed, the shaper calibration has been completed, and the status is normal. And then I say detection complete. The system will save the data and reload after clicking the confirm button. I do confirm. So it's now trying to get inside of it. Alright, so it did it, but there is a wrong. So I'll do the testing, well, the calibration on my PC, and then we'll get back here.
This video is brought to you by PCBWay, your one-stop for all PCB needs. We can design, prototype and build the boards your business requires at a price you can afford. Right now, 4 and 6 layer PCB costs have been reduced by 20%. The highest quality is matched by a quick order process and a 99% on-time delivery. The best value, low minimum orders and a fast turnaround. PCBWay.com.
So now I did the calibration on the hot end, and now I'm also doing it on the bed. The best way I've tried to do it is a double-sided tape that I'm using, doing the calibration as well on the bed. Once this is finished, I'm going to save it on the configuration. I think you can hear it. It's now calibrating this. It's going to be finished very soon. So this is the calibration on the computer end. As you can see, it's all doing the frequencies. Now you can see here that the frequency is being tested. Once this is finished, I'll save the configuration here with the command key of save config, and then we have to do the PID tuning on the hot end and the print bed, and then it's finished. Then we can actually start printing. After it's finished, now we have to do some other tunings, which is the PID. I go to settings, and then I go to advanced options. And here in advanced options, you see here, cancel, you see here hot end PID, calibration. So you press on this and it will say hot end PID calibration is expected to take around 5 minutes. Please do not power down during this test. All right. So we do OK. So here you just go to the, let's say, the temperature that you will print at mostly, which in my case is 205. So I say 205 and I say OK. So it's now going to heat up the hot end to 205 several times. As you can see, it started heating up. And after this is finished, I have to do also the same one to the print bed. So now it just finished doing the PID tuning for the hot end. Let's do it for the print bed as well. So we're going to configuration and settings and also advanced options, and now you see hotbed PID calibration. You choose that one and it's about to take 10 minutes. All right, this is like double. I say okay, and I print around 60 degrees for my print bed. So I take 60 degrees and I say start test, and as you can see it put it at the 60 degrees mark, and it's going to heat up and then cool down for a couple of times. Expect it to be 10 minutes. So let's get this finished. So it's just finished. Now you can see you can press back button and then it will say the system will save the data and reload after clicking the confirm button. So I could click confirm. So you see it's restarting Clipper, and just wait a second there. And once it started, you can see here the graphical interface. That's what the PID tuning has done for the bed. You can see it's gone to 60, 55, 60, 55, 60, 55, and so on, and then it just went to 0. Now the printer is actually completely configured. Now you could just give commands to your PC and it will start printing. Let me just try to put something as a test to print so that we can see that it is actually printing well. So on your computer end, you see I'm logged in. This is the IP address it's giving me. So I'm going to file list here, and then here I have to add files. You do uploads, and then this is the one I uploaded, so I'm clicking it. So it's giving me this option to preheat and everything. So I'm going to say print. So it brings this section here, and here you just have to wait until the hot end here or the print bed is up to temperature, and the extruder, the hot end, goes to temperature as well, and then it will start printing. So I need to tell you guys as well, here you can't see, on my PC you can see the model actually, but here it doesn't come up. I think you have to change something on the settings so that you can see a preview of this STL file that you're about to print. It's almost going to start now. So you have also 3 buttons here: pause, stop, and adjust and configuration. So I click the adjustment. So here you can adjust your Z height here. So let's see what's going to do. I might need to Z offset it a little higher. So here, or lower. I think I need to go a little bit lower. Yeah. So we're going to Z offset it lower. No, still need to go lower. So I went to 0.4, still not enough. So we're going to go a little more. I think this is right. We can see now. Yeah, this is the right height that it's going to print. So as you can see, This is what it looks like to print with Clipper on your Ender 3 S1 with the Sonic Pad. And the speeds are really nice. I like it. So let's bump up the speed a little bit. Just for testing, 120. This is just the first layer, guys. So this is normally, you should do it really slowly. So yeah, so it's a success. It is printing on the Clipper firmware with the Sonic Pad, no problems at all at the moment. So we'll just have to test this for in depth to see if it's going to hold it. But going to home, you can see this menu, and everything that is displayed here is just some information, and you can see here that how many percent it's been finished. Hope you have understood what it takes to install this. It's not really hard, as if you compare this to the regular Clipper, it is day and night difference, because this is much easier, much more friendly for a user. But at the same time, as I said before, that when you do the input shaping, if you do it on your x-axis through the Clipper, I mean through the Sonic Pad, it doesn't give you the option to switch it to your bed. So that might be an issue for people who are actually doesn't understand what is, you need to change it. So it's going to be a faulty measurement, so that you do it through your computer, so that you don't run into that problem. Because I think there needs to be a little bit of tuning into the software. I just installed the latest one at the moment, so it is not an update that I'm printing fairly fast, 60 millimeter per second. I update I fasten it a little bit, like 20%. I could go even faster. Let me just do it now. I'm going to go to 60, 160. So this is 160%, still going. It doesn't skip. I'm going to go 170. This is fairly, like, you know, pretty fast. And it's still not skipping. The extruder isn't skipping, so it is great. So I'll bump it up to 200, which will be 120. It's almost 200 now. That means it's going to almost 120 millimeters per second. Let's do it. 200. So still no skipping. You can see that the filament is turning fairly fast. It does shake the shake the whole table, and I still didn't see any skipping of the extruder, which is good. I think you can go a little bit more, but there might be a limitation of this, so I don't think I can go faster. Oh yeah, you can. 210. This is really, like, you know, in my opinion, if you get it to this speed, it is fairly fast. Yeah, so you guys can just play around with it. Don't exaggerate with your speeds. because it might just start skipping, and you might even ruin your main boards from it. Well, your motors actually, because the motors are going to be endured much more if you're doing it this way. So it is kind of a test, yeah, that's fine. But if you always print on this speed, I'm guessing your motors and everything is going to just, degrade faster. It might be really fast, much more faster, and it might be just a little bit faster. I don't know, I haven't tested it. I don't intend to test it that way. But as you can see, this is what Clipper is all about. You have all these options and ease of use. It is awesome. So I'm gonna stop talking because I can talk hours about this. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Bye.